The House of Assembly convened on Thursday, July 3rd, to tackle a slate of critical legislative matters, notably proposed amendments to the value-added tax. The agenda's centerpiece is a measure to zero-rate VAT on specific construction materials, including cement and steel, a policy slated to run from August 2, 2025 to May 31, 2026. Lawmakers also weighed the approval of broader revisions to the Banking Act, the Payment System and Services Bill, and the CARICOM Arrest Warrant Treaty. Further amendments to the Administration of Small Successions, Immigration and Passport Acts are also under consideration. However, the day's proceedings were preceded by a familiar partisan skirmish. Opposition leader Alan Shastney, who railed against the CIP, voiced exasperation over what he alleged was the insufficient notification regarding the legislative agenda.
First of all, we only received the documentation last night at 9 o'clock. And here it is that we're expected to come to Parliament today and to debate all of the bills through all of the stages. And I remember this is the same government that in opposition that said one of the things that they would have changed is not allowed bills to go through all of its stages at the first sitting. That promise went out the window. We now have a situation where the CIP report, which was due in October of last year. Let's get that right. And this report only reports on the activities of the CIP unit from April of 2023 to March of 2024. And I had a chance to go through it in brief last night. First of all, the report remained simply as the CIP unit, has not delved into the escrow account and has not touched any of the governance issues.
The former Prime Minister and Miku South MP's sentiments were echoed by his opposition colleague, Choiseul Saltibus MP Bradley Felix. Felix had demurred on questions regarding foreign policy and diplomacy amid the Nigerian president's state visit, choosing instead to focus on domestic concerns about crime and violence.
I'm very concerned that, for one, I got notification of the order of the laying of the papers today at about 9 o'clock last night. There are two bills that are being laid today that up to now I have not actually gotten my documents, and they're supposed to be going through the full reading. And I think it's very unfair that the members of the opposition would have gotten that kind of information at the 24th hour and would have to come and make a respectable debate on the issue. So this is something that has been going on for a little too long. And I think maybe we need to set standards and rules as to how long in advance the opposition should be getting the documents to debate. Because if you want the opposition to make a proper representation of the people, we need to be getting the things in advance. And that is why most times these things have to be, played out in the public domain, because that is where we have an opportunity to speak about them.
The House Speaker, Claudius Francis, later offered a rebuttal to the opposition's claims, asserting that their statements regarding notification were not accurate.
I take no real joy in doing this because it's not good for the Speaker to be contradicting members, but it's necessary to do it. I think in an interview earlier this morning, the Leader of the Opposition did say to you that the documents for today's meeting had not been in his possession. We have just shown the Leader of the Opposition documents proving that the documents he claims not to have been in his possession or the possession of the office of the Leader of the Opposition for at least 2 weeks. So all that happened yesterday was what the order paper would be today. But that order paper contains bills that were previously circulated, not new bills. So for example, as you can see, whenever we send documents out, we ask the person receiving those documents to sign. So the Payment System and Services Bill and the Banking Amendment Bill have been signed by the Leader of the Opposition's office on the 13th of June. The CARICOM Arrest Warrant Treaty Bill, the Administration of Small Succession Amendment Bill, the Passport Amendment Bill, and the Immigration Amendment Bill was signed by the Leader of the Opposition Secretary, Ms. Williams more than a week ago. So he concedes now that the documents were sent to his office. Whether he has them is not our issue. Our issue is to deliver them at the official office of the Leader of the Opposition, which we did.
So, was the Choiseul MP also notified? The press put the question to the Speaker.
And would that include the opposition member, Bradley Felix, as well?
Whenever Mr. Felix would tell us how to deliver his documents, on occasion he comes to the office here or sends somebody here to collect his. When he's unable, he requests that we just simply send them to the office of the Leader of the Opposition where he collects them.
And that was done?
That was done.
He's also saying the CIP report, he only received it this morning.
I am not sure when he received it, but the CIP report is not a report done for debate. It's merely a report done to be laid, so there's no debate on it. So it's not like you need to read it to debate it this morning. So I'm not conceding that it was sent only yesterday. I'm saying even if it was, because it's a report only to be laid and not debated, I'm not sure what the issue is.
Additionally, the Attorney General seeks authorization to declare the 2023 supplement to the revised edition of the Laws of St. Lucia as authoritative. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.